Yo, what is up YouTube? And today we're going to be looking at a completely free to play NICONANA Inferno auto team that requires 0 SSRs. You literally only need SR characters and you'll be able to start farming for those triple matrix shells as soon as you can. Huge shout out to Unemployed. He's a part of my union and he actually showed me this team comp in the run that he did. And I don't actually use this team comp, but this is what he uses for his Inferno NICONANA. And you can see that, he uses this team comp that you can see here with Marvel, Vice, Kazuyo, and also Fangus. So basically, it's going to be a full SR plus 1 R unit team comp. He actually sent me his run, which we're going to take a look at. And he also even has stats for us to look at as well. So this is the run that we're going to be looking at here. You can see that he's using the exact comp that he had posted. And we're just going to see how it plays out. It's going to be pretty fast because it's in 3x. But basically, it looks like he has his Marvel goes first. And then he's going to have his Vice apply the attack down, which is very good against NICONANA to stop her damage. And you have to keep in mind the speed down from Marvel and also from Fangus really makes this very good. And Vice is kind of like your primary healer here. You also have Kazuyo giving your team defense buff and also giving your team speed buff, which is going to be huge, which is actually going to make it so that your team takes very little damage from NICONANA because she does damage based off of speed difference, right? And not damage based off speed difference, she takes damage based off speed difference. So basically you're making her do a lot less damage with this attack buff. Vice is also taunting the boss, so the boss is only hitting him, which is super good. And you're going to see the main damage dealer in this comp is this Fangus. Because of he has a dot application on his S1, you're basically just praying that he lands a lot of dots here, so he's going to be your main source of damage. You can see this team comp is very, very stable. For a full SR comp, this honestly looks more stable than dot comps when you're autoing. But you're going to see that, your team really never dies, and it's basically Vice carrying with this taunt and this heal for your team here. Just to make it safer, he is running 2 artisans on Kazuyo and Fangus, which is a very good option because honestly all you need to do in this fight is just live, and what you'll be able to do here is just kill the boss eventually with dots here. You're going to see that it's pretty simple. You're just kind of lapping the boss, and every time someone takes a turn, a Fangus has that chance to actually follow up and apply a dot, which will make the boss eventually die. So you can see the run is about to end here, and it's pretty sweet and simple. Basically, you just need your Marvel Fast, which I'll show you the stats for, and then the other characters kind of just sit there, tank the damage, make yourself tankier, and Kazuyo gives you that defense buff and speed buff, while Vice is just perma-taunting and healing your team, and Fangus is just there doing a lot of damage. So, very, very nice team comp. I haven't actually seen a full SR team comp, but this is like insanely good, I think, for you free-to-play players out there who don't have like a Lily or even, like a Shadow Sonya or just other SSRs on your account. So we're gonna be looking at his builds now. So this is his Marvel. This is kind of like the star of the show because he will be opening and pushing back the boss. You can see that he's on Jackal Guard just to cycle faster. I don't think it's really required because you do get speed buff anyways, but it does give him that turn meter push. All you need him on is Swift Rush. He has 100% effect accuracy. Honestly, you could probably bump it higher, but he's also decently tanky, right, at like 30k health here. And then next here is his Kazuyo. So you can see his Kazuyo is going to be decently slow, but she is on Artisan, so you don't want her to be, the fastest, like matching the same speed as your other Artisan healer because the shields don't stack. But you're going to see that she's on Time Weave here, and I do believe this is to actually keep up the speed buff and defense buff so your team can lap. And you definitely want to make sure she's also on Swift Rush because you still want her to take some turns. But Time Weave is going to be essential here, mostly because you really want her to reset the cooldown on her skills. And then this is his Vice. So you want your Vice to be as tanky as you can, but you also need him to be at 200% effect accuracy because you want him to land that taunt on the boss over and over. Not only because that will make it so the boss only hits you, but you have to land your taunt to actually heal your team. Also, the attack down is very important to land, so it's going to be a very important part of his kit. Just doing that will allow you to heal your team and sustain your team. And also because, you'll be able to get just a lot of debuffs out. And yeah, like cleanse your team as well, like dispel your team off of the random defense breaks and stuns that can actually happen, which is very, very important. You just want to make him as tanky as possible, and you can see he's on Fortissimo, which is probably very, very good because it allows him to heal his team, like solo heal his team. So this is definitely a good shell to have on him for this comp. And then last but not least, we have his Fangus here. His Fangus is also an artisan just to help his team out, be tankier. All you need on Fangus is as much speed as you can while making him 200% effect accuracy. And this is the setup that he has him on. You can pretty much see that, very, very easy to build. For prowessing, all you really need to do is get cooldown reduction on all your characters. For Fangus, all you need is his S1 and S2. There's nothing too special about it. You don't have to skill up everything. Just look for cooldown reduction on their main skills. And for Fangus, all you need is his S1 and S2, just so that he has more follow-up chance and chance to land his dot. But yeah, very, very low budget team. I'm very impressed that he was able to come up with this. Thank you again for letting me actually showcase your team, bro. This is insane. I'm very, very surprised that you got to do it with 1 R and 3 SRs and no SSRs at all. But yeah, this is definitely an interesting setup, and I think it's very good to start farming into Inferno NICONANA if you want to run a full free-to-play comp. But thank you for watching, guys. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.